she goes on and tells me that
Okay, so I'm not showing you the pre. Okay.
no, not yet.
Okay.
We're just gonna talk
Okay.
a little bit. Yeah, you can show me that in like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Tops. I was just starting it. Hi guys. Anyways, Ashley fucking told me about Steam summer sale.
Okay.
I bought like 7 games.
Why?
$45.
Okay, but why? Why?
They were all little games. Stuff that just like I could kill an hour with. You know what I
Okay.
mean? You know what I mean? Instead of like maybe watching a show, I'll put up a little game.
I guess.
And there were games that I've been looking at for like 10 years almost.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Not much of a gamer anymore.
Yeah, I'm
Like
actually
hardly
like
at all.
I've toned back like 100%.
I play maybe nowadays, I would say it's quote unquote increased to maybe about an hour a week.
Yeah, I like the phone games.
I understand, and I see your list. Good lord.
Yeah, I play
Like 2 of them?
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I hear you. I have like 2 or 3, and
Actually,
I don't even play
you
one
should get
now.
this one. It's a new Supercell game.
Squad Busters.
Yeah. It's
What's
actually
it like though?
so you spawn in and then like you have it's all the
Do
same.
you like control one guy kind of thing? All right.
So-
yes, sir. Okay.
There's like all the troops from all the games in it.
Really, that's cool.
But so you start off and you get to pick one and then you like kill like so there's like I don't know how many people spawn in, but say it's like 5 or 6.
Sure.
No, it's 10. Sorry. I do know this.
Okay.
So there's 10 people that
False information right off the
yeah,
hop.
there's 10
Good.
people that spawn in
Okay.
and then you pick them and you can upgrade your characters and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
But then you kill mobs and then you chop down trees and there's boxes to collect coins and different like boosts.
Okay.
But then there's chests where you get like more characters.
Sure.
So and then once you get 3, they merge into like a stronger version. And the whole point is who can collect the most gems. But you can also kill the other players and like.
Okay.
It's pretty fun.
That sounds cool.
It's kind of just one of those like you spawn in, you can do a round or 2, and then.
Sick.
Yeah.
Kind of like Brawl Stars a little bit.
Yeah, but you have like tickets. You can only play. It's like you get a ticket every like 3 hours or something. So you can't like grind it unless you pay.
Oh, it's a pay-to-win game.
Oh yeah, it's a Supercell game.
I know, but like at least with like Brawl Stars and Clash, like you can kind of grind through it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean, you can get somewhere by just investing, unfortunately, a lot of fucking time in it.
Yeah. No,
But that's
you get like Royale tickets, and then
that's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
So they really kind of like it's all. Maybe I'll try it, but it does kind of sound like they sold out a bit.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's definitely fun, but yeah, it's not one of those where you can sit on it for like an hour.
That's unfortunate.
You can play it for like 20 minutes and then.
And not to say that I want to play it for an hour or anything, but like.
But if I want to, I want to be able to.
Yeah.
It's fun though. It's kind of there's some different dynamics to it. That's the game I started playing recently. It's kind of fun.
That sounds cool.
But very quickly, I was like, okay, if I want to like be competitive, I have to pay.
Yeah. That's lame.
It is a little bit.
You know, like, and there's a lot of games that I used to play back in the day, and then they went to more of a pay-to-win type situation, and I'm not a sucker. Like, for example, Fortnite, like, you know, people buy skins like
Yeah, but you don't have
a
to.
religion. I'm with you. I did not.
No.
For literally since the beginning, because I've played since like whatever season 2. I don't play anymore, but point being, like maybe 2 years ago when Danger invited me to like a group chat or something, and the other guys were like, "Well, we're gonna play," and we were like, "Oh, let's fucking muck some Fortnite for funsies."
Yeah.
You know, there was no build now, right? And I jumped in, and they were like, "What theme are we going with, guys?" And I was like, "What are you fucking talking about?" And they were like, "Skins." I don't have one. I was like, "Why do you
and they
think
probably
I
have like
the-
100.
more probably."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, what?" And I was like, "Yeah, what do you mean what?"
the
I was like, "I've
V-Bucks.
never spent $1 on this game."
Meanwhile, they probably spent hundreds.
Probably more, I'm guessing. Like, come on. Like, most of those purchases are 20s,
Yeah.
you know, $15 here, and do that how many times to get how many things?
Yeah,
So
that's
then
fucked.
I fucking end up getting gifted a skin because they were like, "You can't." Like, I was like, "What do you mean I can't run with you guys without a skin? Fuck you guys." They gift me one. I was like, "You guys are psychotic."
Yeah.
I was like, "You just spent money." I was like, arguably, I was happy with the skin they gave me. And they
Well,
gave
yeah,
me
yeah.
Chief, Master Chief, and I was like, sick.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but now this is all I'm ever gonna use.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm never buying another one.
You want to know something crazy? Never played Fortnite.
You know what? You go in with expectations, then it's like, wow, like it's nothing.
Never
It's not
played
that
it.
deep, but like
And I think I'm going to keep it that way.
that's fine. But I'm just saying, it's a good time waster if you want to play a simpleton shooter.
Yeah.
It is free, which is why it's so popular, right? And it's like, I mean, to start, it's free. Like if you want, like I said, you have
Remember
to
when it was on
skip
iPhone?
Oh yeah,
And then it
think
got
it's still-
banned?
isn't it? No.
No. Because because Apple takes a percentage.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And then it was like
I
a
remember that
huge
whole
thing
bullshit.
where if you had it, you could play, but if you didn't, but you couldn't download it anymore. So people were selling phones that had it installed
Right.
for like ridiculous
Yeah,
amounts.
I remember they were like Genos. Like,
Yeah, you buy like an iPhone 7 that's like worth like $500 for like $3,000 because it
oh
had
my god, you know what I forgot? I hope that wasn't annoying for
Yeah.
the whole fucking time.
our bad. We also did an intro.
Had the AC on. Fucking yeah, we
Hit the
didn't-
intro.
I said hi guys, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Twin City Peaks. We're already fucking like I don't
Couple
know.
minutes
What is
in.
that? Oh yeah, we're only 6 minutes in. All right.
To be fair,
NBG.
you
No big deal. I
No,
mean,
no one missed
NBD.
anything.
No, you didn't miss fuck all. We just talked about games. It was definitely a weird intro, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah,
We never said it was always going to be,
yeah.
we did say it's mostly that, But,
Yeah, but the intros are always a little fucking
it is what it
all
is.
over the place.
Yeah. And I like to keep it that way.
And there goes the YouTube fucking because I just swore.
I know
twice in
it's
10
I think
minutes.
10 or 15? Which
Yeah,
one?
something
10
like
something like that. It's I
Whatever.
don't even honestly like whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
YouTube can suck a dick.
Yeah,
Like I know we're on it now and that like whatever, but
maybe like in the future if
not
like,
suck a dick, all right, but like the rules are getting kind of out of hand and like it really doesn't help creators and it's very money hungry and very greedy. It's
yeah, you know,
kinda shit.
maybe one day if this thing is making money, maybe I won't.
We'll
swear in the first-
We'll smarten up for at least fucking 15 for at least 15 minutes.
Yeah,
And then
it'll.
sure, let's say, let's say Rumble for whatever reason picks up and we start making a little bit of coin off of it. That's probably my indicator to start smartening up on YouTube.
Probably.
Because then if we smarten up on YouTube, we'll probably get more out of it
Yeah, and also
than even Rumble would provide, right?
it's definitely a little weird feeling now that our friends watch it.
more than weird.
And now it's like people.
More than weird.
Now
you guys
I-
are fucking weirdos.
Now it's people that
I
I've
love
never.
you guys, but fuck.
People will bring up the podcast that I've never mentioned it to, which really throws me off because it's someone told them about it.
Dude, fucking, that's exactly what happened at Jordan's there.
Oh yeah.
At that like get together,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah, yeah.
that I got dragged to. They were talking about it.
No.
And I was like,
no. Who? Wait.
like
no.
his mom, was it his mom? She was like, what? You hang out with Tyler? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, I heard about some like what podcast? And I was
No.
You can't be like
Who? Wait.
this.
Who told her?
Probably Jordan or probably
How does Jordan
Danger.
know?
Like Danger definitely knows, but Jordan probably knows from Danger.
No, my.
Yeah, like it's getting
It's
a
a
bit
little-
out of hand. It's very weird. You guys
Actually,
are
I
so
brought it up to
weird.
my mom, and she didn't even bat an eye.
She was like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
She was just like, I said it like normal in conversation, and she was just
I
like,
even told Mike today. They were complaining about like lighting and stuff to like take pictures for products, and I was like, "If you guys want to borrow some lights, it's like we only use them once a week or whatever." And I was like, "You can borrow them." I was like, "They're easy,
Yeah.
tiny little collapsible ones." He's like, "Oh okay."
you probably like
Thought about
that.
it, yeah. I was like,
No, it definitely.
it's pretty funny.
It's now is what's gonna get real weird is as it gets more popular and more people are like, oh,
Hey, are you?
I've seen.
That'll be like. I'm not saying that might ever happen, but if that ever happens,
no.
I'll have a.
What are you gonna
fucking
do if you
fit.
go out to the bar?
That's what I
and
mean.
someone is just like,
Hey, you
I
guys-
swear I've seen.
Yeah, you wait. Do you guys are you guys on something like a show or a whatever? I'd be like,
I swear my buddy was talking about something he watched.
watch YouTube? Like, do you watch a lot of?
That would be
podcasts?
that'll throw.
I'd be
And
like, oh yeah, I'd be like, oh.
and it's also as soon as it gets a little bit of traction because our city's so small. Like I knew a few.
It's gonna like. I don't like it, but it's if it gets to what you're talking about.
And I'm saying like if it gets 1,000 views,
Yes.
the whole school.
Yeah. Oh fuck! If it gets to that point, what I don't want is like them to be on Sue Today or something.
No,
Two
I
young
will not.
startups
I will not.
podcast.
I will because they have to come to you first, and I will say no. Actually, no, I won't.
I know.
I will write the article,
I know,
but
I know we will. I know.
I'll actually write the article.
Quadruple our views turns into like 10K a day.
I
Or,
would
like
throw
10K
I would throw up.
I'd vomit, dude. I
But
wouldn't
no,
even, I
if-
wouldn't know what to do.
if someone came up to me randomly and was like, "Hey, my buddy watches you," and I seen like a clip, I'd be like,
Fuck you. I mean, thank you. Like,
I'd be like, "Oh."
I gotta go vomit for a minute.
Because now even at the gym, like a few people have
I don't
like,
actually mean fuck you. I don't.
unless you're hot. Sorry. Whoops.
I don't know where to recover with that.
But no, now a few times at the gym, like, because we don't bring it up ever. And when people reoccurring will be like, "Oh, how's the podcast?" Or like, "Oh, I seen," like when Ty was like, "Oh yeah, I've watched a few episodes." He's like,
oh my God.
He's like, it's actually a pretty good way to pass time at work. Like, cause he's like, it's kind of fun just to watch.
Jesus Christ.
I'm like, I'm perfectly okay with you just passing time watching it. It's a great time passer to watch two guys fucking
shoot the shit.
No, and his thing is, he's like, it's kind of like just being in the gym with you guys and like shooting. I'm like, yeah.
Luca had the same revelation.
It doesn't change.
But except he was high and he was like, I wish I could talk to you guys. I've stuff to add. And I was like,
no, because it's not like it's anything different than what we do normally.
No, it's really not. It's just more consistent.
Yeah.
We're right. We don't want no dead air. Podcast can't have dead air. But it's like at the gym where you might have like a 2-minute conversation, go do a few sets.
Yeah.
Come back and then maybe bring up the same topics. It's the same conversation style, but just like drawn out. That's all.
Yeah.
It's really similar.
It's just concise.
Yeah, concise, a bit more precise too.
Yeah.
Like a bit, right?
Flush out the ideas.
Yeah. Not so all over the place. Not so many gay jokes. Not so many.
But yeah, no, it definitely Ty really threw me off
there's
there.
anything wrong with it.
Mainly because I don't think I've ever brought it up to him.
What? Oh, like he's definitely heard about it, maybe through in passing, like me talking about it or something.
But I don't really.
I never brought it up to be like, "Yo, you should watch an episode," or like look it up or anything like that. I do have him on Snapchat. And I've occasionally posted like, "Oh, sneak peek," whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a chance that maybe he just went looking through for that, but I don't even know if he watches it on. If he watches it on YouTube, he doesn't know because of me. And if it is, then I'm retarded and I'm lying.
But
I'm pretty confident.
I'm actually the worst promoter of this podcast ever.
We're not good at it at all. The other day I was going to promote the cool when we were crushed.
Yeah.
Like the picture and be like, look what happened to us or something, whatever, you know what I mean? Didn't even bother. You didn't see me post shit.
I'm the worst promoter.
I'm not good at this. And then I'm surprised there's views at all.
like,
I'm like, wow, there's fucking some people watching.
No, it's purely organic because we're really bad at the advertising.
Which is kind of cool. And I mean, we're okay. We have no idea how either fucking algorithm works.
No.
Let's not even pretend. I don't know.
I also don't really feel like playing the algo game.
Thumbnails don't make sense to me because like I'm just making them for funsies.
No, if you
give them a cover art. Whereas apparently now, but I'm gonna on YouTube you can make 2 or 3 of them and then post them where in certain regions this'll get it, and this'll get this one. Okay. And then what happens is whatever performs better, YouTube will automatically pick the best one and then apply it later that week to all of them.
I notice it.
But I'm not really willing to play that game.
Okay, like Mr. Beast, he changes his thumbnails like 4 times.
Yes, and that's what he's doing.
So does
YouTube does it automatically for him.
So like I'll see like say like in my feed like a Hormozy video and it'll be whatever thumbnail and I won't watch it and then a few days later I'll see it on like my homepage and it's a different one.
Yep.
And I'm like,
what did that do though? You noticed.
Yeah.
Right? That's all it takes. But you just upload 2, 3, 4, whatever of them.
Yeah.
And then YouTube does the work by itself.
That's kind of cool.
Which is neat, but dude.
But you'd have to make like 4 completely unique. Yeah.
Like, and unless I'm paying a guy, I'm not doing that. Like I have a thumbnail because I like the idea of having some sort of cover art so it's not so bland and not just us sitting here like this.
Yeah.
As the background of the thumbnail.
And it's also, I don't fully want to promote it until it's like, I feel comfortable.
I want a bit more polish.
I don't want to promote a bad product.
I want a bit more polish.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest with you, the camera stutter, that's got to go before I even start really promoting it.
Yeah,
that really has to go. Like that, it's not irking me in the sense that like, but it's in a sense I can't feel like we move on with it until that's fixed. And we can only use my phone. Like your camera was okay, but I felt like the perspective was wrong. Lighting's good. That's okay. But sound might, like
Yeah,
an
there's a
upgrade
few
there.
things.
An upgrade in like tech.
Yeah. No, there's a few things before I feel comfortable like really pushing it.
Absolutely.
Well, it's like I want to refine the product before I push it.
I'm 100% with you. And like right now, we're still doing the work. We're absolutely doing the work in the sense that we can podcast.
We're getting good.
We can podcast. That's not the issue. That's not the
No,
problem.
no.
We have other things that take priority, and it's not that the podcast isn't a priority. We do prioritize it quite well. However, it's not a priority financially yet.
No.
Right?
No,
Like it's not quite there. If maybe in a month or two we're like, hey man, I got an extra few $100.
Yeah.
You want to like burn it somehow?
Yeah,
Throw it in
yeah.
the podcast for fun. It's time. We haven't quite reached that point yet.
This is still a passion project, not quite on
Yes.
the docket.
Like investment yet. Like if you count $120 investing into this,
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
No.
Like I'm talking like maybe close to $1,000. That would be an investment.
Yeah.
Into this, like a new camera. And I'm not saying we need to get like the best fucking one.
No.
$300-$400 camera. I think, something nice, decent. Get it so that we have a decent picture.
Some boom mics. There's a few things.
Yeah, and then maybe a second camera just so that we can have a double pan.
Well, then when
maybe
like
a
if one of us
button
has
or
a really good
something.
reaction or one of
Yeah.
us is talking, there's a lot of things.
There's stuff that I do want to do. And
There's
I know
a million ways to improve, and it's just gonna happen.
and half of it I don't know how to do it. And I have some buddies that I can reach out to, but I just haven't.
Yeah.
We have stuff that we have going on.
It's not-
This is what we can manage right now, and I'm not saying manage in a bad way. I'm just saying manage, as in like this is the time I have.
Yeah.
And this is what we can do. I don't have infinite amount of fucking resources.
Not yet.
Bandwidth is still, unfortunately, wow, fucking.
Go.
Unfortunately, the amount of bandwidth we have is limited. Let's say we have 100. I don't know. That's an easy number, right?
Yeah.
And 15 of I don't know what scale you want to do, but let's say a weekly basis. 15% of that fucking bandwidth, 20% even is based on food. 20% of that is based on fucking sleep. 30 if not. You know what I mean? And then you've got the remainder, 60 fucking percent or 50%. And you have to decide what you want to spend your time on with that. And whether that's 30% fucking sitting around and watching TV or applying yourself at the gym, applying yourself in your career, applying yourself with your side projects, whatever. It's kind of up to you to use your bandwidth as wisely as you can. But right now, we don't have the ability to free up some bandwidth, right? There are things we could do to free up bandwidth, like cleaning.
Yeah.
Or cooking.
Actually,
or whatever.
I
but
just
that's
watched
something we can't quite do yet.
I think Kermozzi's most recent video. It won't be by time anyone sees this.
Yeah.
He
Half a week away.
yeah, he talked about it. He was doing like a presentation to like entrepreneurs.
So about a
and-
half a week ago, give or take, guys.
Yeah, I wish I knew the name, but whatever. If you watch Hormozy, you've definitely seen it.
Yeah.
And he's talked about it multiple times. But he's like, for like $1,500 a month, you can free up like almost 96 hours. And he talks about laundry, food, not like someone driving you.
This is exactly all I'm talking about. Yeah.
He talks about it. He does a really good job, like concise, and he's,
Yeah.
and it was like he said like a bunch of like cleaning, cooking, laundry, someone to drive you, and like broke down like what
And the someone to drive you, as much as I like driving, if you're in a business sense, like I have meetings and whatnot, and I
Yeah.
have this place to be, it makes more sense because you can get dropped off on time, and then there's no parking, no fuss, no whatever.
and it's also like
they
that
drop you off.
15-minute drive, you can be on the phone, you can answer emails,
yeah.
like,
And then when it's time to pick up, you go, hey, pick me up at 6 p.m. or 6:10 p.m.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be outside within 2 minutes of that time. Okay, be here that time. You don't have to go and get your car, figure out parking, whatever. Likely they're just getting out on the street. Just those little things,
and it's all
saves hours a week.
Yeah, you said you could pretty much cut out. You could get like find another like 96.
That's insane,
which is like 3 days.
dude. That's a whole other job and a half.
yeah.
No, that's like
He's really
2
think about how much
jobs.
time you with all the meaningless
God
little
damn,
shit.
Could you imagine? Man, we'd be fucking powerhouses. Oh my god.
And then
so sick.
it's also like even in it's a book I read by I really wish I knew the name.
Okay, good job.
Yeah,
Woof.
yeah.
Woof.
Oof. But it's called Buy Back Your Time.
Okay, yeah.
He's a Canadian entrepreneur.
That's sick.
And
I
he
love
talks a lot like he talks it about in business, like getting a personal assistant and other stuff. But then he even talks about stuff like Hormozy, where it's like your personal time. But then it's also, you can't buy back that time to watch more YouTube or more Netflix. You gotta
it's apply it.
Yeah, it's got to be like
apply it. Then it's not a proper investment.
No,
you might as well just keep doing those things then.
Yeah,
Right?
He's like, because he's like, if you had your star employee, what would you say has the most output? What would you do to make them do the highest productive stuff? And it'd be like having them have an assistant, having them do this, giving them the work,
give them the step up, right?
give them this, give them that, and it's like in your business. Wow, excuse me. In your business, you're the most valuable employee.
You're not about to waste the potential.
So it's like you have no problem spending $50,000 to hire an employee, but you're not willing to spend $1,500 a month to invest in yourself so that you can have better output.
Absolutely.
And that was their whole thing, because any entrepreneur knows that to hire another person to spend, say, $50,000 a year, no brainer. They can put more output. But then it's when it comes to spending money on themselves to make them have a higher output, it's like
it's tougher. And for some reason, it's funny.
Well, it's like buying someone a gift. It's
way easier.
And then
buying myself something.
Yeah, that you might even need.
Look at our Christmas gift.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened. We only justified it because we bought each other the gift.
Like, I have no problem, say, spending $300 on a birthday present.
Was a few $100.
Yeah. I have no problem, say, spending $300 on a birthday gift for a girl or my parents or whatnot. But then to buy something I need myself, I'm like, ooh.
Help me with.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't know what to do.
We'll talk about it after.
Yeah, because
we can get into it here now.
She can't watch this episode.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Oh my god.
So
Jesus Christ.
Great book I started reading, and I was going off at work
off today anyways.
And I was when you were like, you're like on one when I was messaging you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, I was like, fuck, I'm retarded obviously, so I'm just...
How to Invest is the book, and it's about I'm terrible with names. I should really write them down.
Wow. That's 3 for 3 now.
That's 3 for 3. Oh. No credit to anybody, apparently.
Yeah, you're like, I have all this info. Nothing to validate.
I'll shout out your book, but I won't say your name. It's How to Invest. The guy's worth like $4 billion.
It's pretty... Yeah, he knows how to invest.
Well, that's the thing. Now, when I look up, I want to know the author to know how authentic the information, because there are a lot of guys online that sell courses about how to run a business, but their business is how to sell courses.
Of course.
So it's like...
Chills.
It's like, how I love the course where how to have a online marketing business, and they've never had one, or an online agency of this or that, and they've never...
It's like, what are you in the business of being a teacher? Like, what do you think you just... you can't, like, there are certain things you can't just be a teacher without the experience.
Yeah.
Right? Like let's say, for example, a teacher, like one that's in a school, she doesn't have to be a scientist to teach you science.
Yeah.
She doesn't have to be a mathematician to teach you math.
But if it's a professor...
Yes, exactly. Like, if I'm learning, like, advanced particle physics, physics, and you have, like, a diploma at teacher's college.
Yeah, it's like,
bruh.
I can read the book too.
Exactly. It's like, I'm also an adult now, and I'm pretty sure I can grasp the same concepts you can grasp. I need a fucking genius to show me how to do this shit. Like, exactly. Credentials are merit. Back to our conversation, I think, about last week. Was it last week?
Yeah.
Meritocracy.
Yeah.
I wish.
But so this guy, he's got the creds.
Yeah.
You're worth $4 billion. You know how to invest.
Fucking ranted. Yeah.
So the intro of the book is kind of introing like investing and like his thing, but then the whole book is him interviewing people in different areas of like investing.
Right.
Well, he starts off with a banger, literally. Larry Fink.
Okay.
Do you know who that is? That's a buzzword.
I've heard the name.
The guy that founded BlackRock.
Yeah, yeah.
And you definitely know BlackRock because that's everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And the first interview is him, and like went from like the start to like where he is now and about his day and how everything happened and whatnot.
Fascinating.
I knew what it was worth because I've like been interested because you hear about them all the time. So I want to know what it's about. I've watched a bunch of documentaries.
Right.
At the time of the interview, 9.6 trillion under management, like 1.9% of all the money in the world invested is through BlackRock. a percentage
of the entire world's money.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's the difference right there. I think it's not just like North America or America.
No, they're global.
It's the global.
And he said that's where they really, once they went global, that's where it was like skyrocketed.
Fucking yeah.
But and he has amazing questions to ask. Like that obviously there's the key points that he gets to, but then there's the more in-depth stuff.
Right.
And like he asks them like personally, like what do they do and all that. So it's like 70% is just retirement accounts. That's pretty much what their mutual funds are. Because even our pension is through BlackRock.
There's so many old people.
Well, but most, like a lot of places have a pension, and most of them are through BlackRock.
No, I understand, but I'm just thinking about how much money is tied up with how many people.
Oh yeah,
right. Like that's a lot of people.
Well, and also like
that can be touched or affected.
Yeah,
by a single company.
And then, so the whole book is like how to invest, and it gets like pretty in depth about different like ETFs, mutual funds, what the difference are, how different businesses like how they choose to get into their niche. BlackRock, well, they basically do everything.
Yeah.
As far as like investing in the stock market and whatnot. Like if you look at you can like look at who owns what percentage of shares, and the big thing is that BlackRock owns, like is always at the top, owning like 10-15%.
Yeah.
But that's because they kind of, with a mutual fund, and that they find like say the tech industry, and they just they have so much money. Yeah. Obviously, they're going to own a percentage,
of course,
because it's not worth them to have a minority, like a little 5%,
most definitely,
or like 1%. It's like, well, they have $9.6 trillion. Yeah. Obviously, they can invest percentage.
Absolutely.
I don't know exactly what it is, but I know like Apple and Amazon and all that, they own like 10% of each of those. Like it's ridiculous.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, you can like look it up, and yeah, every company they buy into, they buy
little fucking fingers and everything.
In every industry.
And like a good decent little grip on it too, not just not like you said, not like just a little percent here and there. Like they've got like, hey, we can say something and you guys kind of have to listen. Yeah, no, and I forget what. That's kind of heavy. Yeah, he's on the board of so many different things. Like Larry Fink is, there's so many. That's a power. Even in it, they were talking how many times he's been told like why, like to be in charge of like the U.S. Treasury, because there's been times where the U.S. will ask for their advice on like the economy. Because they have so much control. Well, also they're so good at obviously managing. They see everything already happening, and they're like, "Oh, okay." And that's even what he says. He's like, being worldwide, he can see trends and like, well, that's it on a crazy scale. Absolutely, he probably has the most information out of anybody. He asked him like, financial. He's like, "What is your day to day? What do you do day to day?" He's like, "I fly around to different countries," and he's like, "I land and I'll meet with like 10 different people." Like CEOs, politicians, and not like your local politician. No, the big guy. Like governors, presidents, the bigger guys. Yeah, absolutely. Just to see like how their economies are going. Like he knows like top down where trends are and what's going on. And they also have their software Aladdin, which is the best in the world. I've heard of it, obviously. Yeah, and which just knows like volatility and like how. Because also people are like, well, BlackRock invests in like these companies and they're trying to like control stuff. All of it is investors' money, so they have to listen to investors. It's not them. Yeah, absolutely. It's not like Larry Fink has $9.6 trillion. No, exactly. To do whatever he wants. Yes, exactly. No, he doesn't have just the power to be like, you know what, I'm going to build an army today just for the fun of it. You know, he can't do that. He has to like he has people that he has to like it's just answer like any other company that's public. Yeah, you have to answer to the investors, and if they're not happy with whatever you're there's doing, a board, and like things have to get approved. Like he couldn't just be like, yeah, we're going all in on tech. Well, no, because say like the way like retirement accounts are set up, it's like a portion of it's tech, a portion of it's this. Yes, absolutely. And he has to meet certain quotas for sure. Like he couldn't just be like, oh, we're investing this much. No, I'm doing 50% of our portfolios now with Microsoft today. Yeah, it's like it'd be nuts. It just wouldn't happen. No, the world would change. Like it'd be super weird. And that's kind of like a lot of people are like shit on BlackRock, but it's like
It's a company like any other.
It's not. Yeah, they just managed to.
They just have the most amount of money. So obviously, when they do things, it makes a difference.
Yeah, it affects a multitude of people.
But it's not like they can just like when they were BlackRock and Blackstone gets mixed up a lot.
Yeah.
Blackstone actually helped BlackRock get off their feet.
Oh, cool.
Which they go into like how he started and whatnot in like 83 is I think when Blackstone started.
Interesting.
Because he worked for a different company, whatnot.
Okay.
He also interviews a guy from Blackstone, which was one I just read about real estate. I didn't like Blackstone is the one where, you know how there's that crisis where they're buying up single family homes because no one can and now no one can afford them because they're buying them up. This whole during the after the 2008 housing crisis when the bank pretty much like had to buy up all these mortgages.
That was 16 years.
They bought 50,000 homes.
Yeah. Blink of an eye.
I'm like, and before that, like they own Hilton. Okay. Like the hotel chain.
Yeah.
And like he was talking about like real estate trends and whatnot. I didn't realize they have $300 billion in real estate. And up until
that's quite a chunk.
I think it was portfolio. Like the 80s or 90s. Blackstone didn't. It was like just in the stock market,
right?
And it was the guy that started their real estate division.
Okay.
And he literally was like the only guy in the beginning. And real quickly now it's like all over the world. Like they have a big imprint in Asia. Really big in India.
Really?
Yeah, they have I think they have like 8 regional offices like around the world, but $300 billion. But when I seen they bought 50,000 single family like homes.
Yeah.
I was like,
God damn, dude, the power.
Whoa.
Like that.
Yeah, no, it's not like they built up to that. No.
They like just went, okay, make it happen.
Yeah.
And then it happened.
And but like also they're not into
took
like
24 hours.
And they don't buy like single office spaces. They'll buy like some guy will have 40 office spaces around New York and they're like, we'll buy all of them.
Yeah.
And then their big thing is they don't do new development. They only buy stuff that's like
pre-built, like it's already been there.
And he made a good point because construction takes 3 years.
Yep.
For anything like large.
Yep.
And you don't know where the market's gonna be in 3 years.
Absolutely.
So
if you know now.
And also, a big thing like he's talking more commercial is what if people that wanted to get in, say to your space that we're gonna rent in 3 years, maybe they go bankrupt.
Yes.
Like because they had a problem, they bought a building that an online company had, and then the .com bubble burst 3 months after they bought it, and the company went bankrupt.
Gone, yes. But if you already have the space, you can get them in.
Yeah.
They ask for it, go for it.
And also they're like they do a lot of value add. So buy recessed properties that need work.
Right.
Usually fix them up and either rent them or they do a lot of like resell.
Oh, cool.
From what that guy was saying in this interview.
Yeah, whatever.
A lot of it is they'll buy it, fix it up, and sell it.
Make a big point, make some coin off of it.
Yeah. They usually buy it for like between 30 and 50% less than the cost of when it was built.
Oh.
So like say it cost $10 million to build that, say like a developer paid $10 million to buy it.
Right.
They'll buy it for $5 million, put $2 million in to get it back to where it was and then sell it for.
Gotcha.
That's the big thing they do.
Right.
And then there was a few other that I've read where they like have mutual funds and they're like private equity, and that's a whole thing. We could talk about private equity for days.
Yeah. It'd probably be a whole entire fucking series.
And like it's crazy to hear these people because they're all multi-billionaires that he's interviewing.
Yeah.
Talking about how it's like, we'd meet with the CEO and see like kind of like get a gauge from them. We don't look at like obviously if their profits are good and whatnot, but we want to know the CEO.
Yeah.
To know where his vision is.
Of course.
It's crazy to see two people of that level converse.
Yeah.
Because they're all billionaires talking. Like, it's like, what? Oh, everyone in this book is a multi-billionaire. Cool.
Exactly. I'm trying to edit something here.
Yeah.
See if this makes it. I noticed that it bleeds over a lot. I don't think it makes a difference because it's the same channel, technically.
Yeah.
But either way. So, what else you got for me, dude? Apparently, it's turned into your podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I tried to show you this stuff beforehand, but you just started it.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
But
Hey, you know what? But that's what's fun.
Part of an interview I seen from
Here we go.
Simon Sinek. Sinek, I think. He's been on like TED Talks and whatnot.
Okay.
He's a really good public speaker.
Fire away.
Leadership is not about being in charge. It's about helping others achieve their goals, like in your company. It's about bringing everyone up.
Of course, I know that much.
And like that's
it's not
where
about commanding people. It's about leading the charge.
And then I don't know if it was him. I forget who it was. Another entrepreneur. I don't think it was him. I think it was another entrepreneur.
Okay.
Is your vision needs to be so large, because that's a lot of people have a hard time with.
I kind of know where you're
having
going with this already.
like A players, because say you join a company and your goal is to one day be making millions.
Sure.
Well, if the founder's goal is to only make, you'll never be able to grow.
Absolutely.
So your vision needs to be so much bigger so that their vision can fit within.
Exactly.
So, like, you know, with like Apple, Apple, Google, they've made so many billionaires because these super hyper ambitious people
100%,
have infinite growth upwards. So pretty much if you want to make something big as an entrepreneur, your vision needs to be so crazy large that everyone
overwhelming.
That their vision, like that's why Hormozi says when he meets with CEOs, their vision needs to be massive.
Yeah.
Because, well, his vision is like, I think right now they're like, they want to be worth like 20 billion. I think that's their goal. They say that would be a challenge, but it's realistic.
Yeah.
He said in one of his videos, a good story, he started with CEO, super ambitious, whatnot, went from, I'm going to use completely fictitious numbers because I forget. Let's say he was making $500,000 a year.
Sure.
Alex invested, turned around his business, got it going. So the guy was saying now making $3-4 million a year.
Yeah.
Guy completely got off the gas pedal, and he's like, Hormozi realized, he's like, what's going on, man? Like, why is the business like not growing? And he's like, and he found out the guy was just playing golf every day because he was happy with that.
He's like, oh, I made it.
He's like, he's like, this is good enough. So it's about, and that's also with talent, is finding people that are willing to also
absolutely
have enough ambition to
what you need, though, right? Like, if you only need that guy to do within what you need to do, then fucking knock yourself out.
But now, like, if say I'm investing in a company, like let's just use, say I wanted to buy a stake in with Mike. We'll just use that because it's easy.
Yep.
And then say got it to making millions a year, and he's like, I'm good. Well, now he still owns, say, 50%. Well, now I'm growing this, and he's just making more money for doing nothing. Like,
not quite what you want to do.
You need someone equally ambitious, unless you're buying it out completely.
Sure.
And that's where, well, Hormozi's vision is massive.
Is gigantic.
So it's definitely hard to find people that are willing to, because a lot of people, once they start making a few million a year, it's like, dude, that's good enough. Whereas Hormozi's like,
I'm making tough, It'd be tough. Look at the amount of, like, and then split that up into a monthly amount that you get per month, let's just say.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It'd be hard. It's amazing how
making
ambitious.
Like 50, 60, 70K a month?
Yeah. Be hard.
Very.
Okay. And
what
now,
wouldn't we do?
And now picture Hormozi, where he's making, so what? Last year's 250 million. What would that be, like 2 million a month? And he's just as hungry now. $2 million a month in profit.
Ridiculous.
In profit.
I know.
And he's like, not enough.
He's like,
keep going.
It's just, you know.
What is his number?
Well, it's a little light.
What is it? During his come up, he's like, never really ever exceeded like 5% of my monthly spend. And he's like, now it's even lower because he's like,
makes so fucking much. And if he didn't change much, then it becomes lower.
How
do you spend that money?
Oh wait, no, it'd be 20 million a month, not 2.
Yeah, I know.
Oops,
I just let it happen.
Missed a zero, which is 20 million a month.
I just let it happen.
Try to spend that.
So what's 5% of that? I'm retarded. I can't do that quite that fast.
He says he doesn't even spend that.
Let's just say.
Just
ask
just to
Siri.
piss me off.
Just ask Siri.
I don't want to. I want to do it.
God damn it! It's so much faster just being like, "What's this and this?"
I know, but I don't like Siri.
Google's way better. For that,
$1 million.
like Google Assistant.
So we might be spending $1 million a month.
Oh my fuck, which is like
a lot of money.
realistically a lot of money, but it's kind of chump change.
Like
when you think about it, he could have a couple houses, a dozen sick cars, and his wife could also have a dozen sick cars.
yeah.
And like I don't even think that would touch $1 million.
And realistically,
Per month?
per
month.
I don't even think he's.
It's per month. That's what I can't perceive it really that well.
I want to know how much of that's. Well, okay.
You know what I mean?
Because
Like,
his
fucking hard.
the gym at the UFC building they bought.
Sure.
I think that he said it was like by the time it's done, will be a few million. Flying around.
What do you mean by a few million? Like cost?
Yeah.
Per month or year?
No. I think that's how much he spent.
Oh.
I don't know. I think the building is probably not part of his own. But it's like he spends nothing.
Nothing.
Like nothing.
Chump change.
That would be what is that the equivalent of us spending?
And he doesn't flex any of his stuff.
He doesn't have. He said he bought like an expensive car, never drove it, so he just got rid of it because he's like.
See, and that's you can tell he just likes the game for the game.
Yeah, no, he's like
he's not doing it because
he's like
he wants all the stuff.
I don't like expensive cars. So
and I just like cars. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be expensive or cheap. I just like cars. So that's where the huge difference.
You want me to piss you off?
Whatever.
So the equivalent of what he spends a month would be like us spending like $350 a month. That's the equivalent. $350.
Like the percentage of
Yeah. How much is $350 to you? Fuck all, really?
spend probably 60% a month, and not all frivolous.
Yeah.
Like
Now, he's like, he's living his life crazy, and it'd be the equivalent of you living crazy, but it's like, that's the equivalent. For you to spend $350 a month is like nothing, really.
no, you're poor. If let's say all you had was $350,
Oh, yeah.
you're kind of poor.
But now that's your equivalent of, that's like the equivalent. Imagine it like, say you were like, he could spend so much more and still be completely fine.
Oh, it wouldn't matter. Nothing would change.
Like-
Nothing would change because that's just pure profit you're talking
Yeah.
about. It's not just money he could light on fire for.
But
all he cares.
that goes to show how the
dedication to the game. He's not doing it for the glory of the money. He likes doing the shit that he's doing.
I know another guy.
Money happens to be the byproduct for him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Someone actually in that same one where he said if you spend $1,500 a month you can buy back a shit ton of time.
Sure.
Like real easy, low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Someone asked him,
Low-hanging
they're like,
fruit.
what do you do in your
Jesus Christ.
what do you do like for fun? And he looked at him.
Oh, this.
He looked at him dead in the face and was like, "This is fun for me." And the guy was like, "Hey."
All right. Yeah, and that's why.
He's like, "This is fun."
That's why I said
This is my fun.
Money is the byproduct.
Yeah.
It has. If he got to do what he's doing now, and money wasn't the thing that happened, he'd probably still do this.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
To some degree. I'm not saying entirely true, but like he likes doing this
I
shit.
think the money was definitely got him into it.
Probably.
But
Fair.
now it's
Okay.
the passion. That,
Yeah. He's just hungry to
'Cause-
fucking.
Okay. This is a question to
money, motherfuckers.
everybody out there.
Sure.
If all of a sudden you were making $20 million a month,
Yeah.
and like you could say spend 20 hours a week to maintain that,
Sure. Oh my God.
how many people would just be like, "That's good"?
I'm done. I'm gonna be honest with you. I couldn't. That's enough. I'll be honest with you. I'm just being 100% real. Like as much as I'm down to like go the distance, dude,
It
if we're
get
making
real hard.
20 mil a month, I'd be like, Tyler, buy me the fuck out. I'd be like,
You'd be like, "I'm good."
have fun, man. I'd be like, I'm gonna go and do whatever the fuck.
Like,
I
how
please.
hard would it be for most people to work an 80-hour work week when
While
you're making that?
20 mil a month, 10 mil, a mil a month, a month, guys, not a year. A mil a year is good, yes, but it's not fucking $1 million a month profit that you can just blow.
Yeah. You can do anything you want.
Finance $500,000 a month in shit, and you're still fine.
Like, what
Picture that.
you see so many entrepreneurs, they talk.
Have 7 houses mortgaged, have 40 cars, and you're like,
Yeah, you're still not
I'm
taxing
spending
yourself.
$400,000 a month, bro.
So I think I think Tate's
What a
talked about.
freak out.
I think Tate's talked about it.
Jesus.
I think Iman Gotzi and a few other people I've seen. Everyone says around that $20-30 million mark is all you really need
Per year type thing.
No, I think in like if you have like 20-30 mil, you can pretty much
just have it.
Yeah, I think even Hormozy said it too.
Yeah, honestly,
you can live that
you just
rich life.
Yeah, you're fucking throw that into an account and just live off the interest.
They pretty much
really.
say if you're not buying yachts or planes,
which I don't necessarily even want to buy the plane. I do want to rent it very often.
yeah,
But I don't need to own one necessarily.
Yeah, but-
I don't mean like I meant commercial more stuff.
Yeah.
Not like a fucking Cessna or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, by that point we're both having planes and we're doing fucking crazy
yeah.
shit in
If
the
it's
air.
like, but like a private jet. If you're
That's
not
what
buying
I'm saying.
private
I
jets
don't
and
need
you're
to buy
not buying mega yachts,
I don't need to buy one. Yeah.
You don't need more than really
rent
30.
one every now and again that I choose to.
Yeah, you don't need
And then
30-40.
none of the overhead, none of the bullshit of, hey, by the way, it's sprung on. I don't actually care.
Yeah, I don't think Hormozy has a jet.
Good for him.
I think
Does he fly like just probably private class, something like that?
no, he like is in private jets, but I don't think he owns one.
That's fair. That's what I mean.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. Whatever.
yeah, like obviously anywhere he goes, he is private.
Yeah, and that's what I would do too. Like,
But
I
even-
don't need the headache of it.
But even like he says, it's like sometimes he's like $70,000 for a flight. He's like, and it's like,
It's like, what the fuck? But it's a drop in the bucket to him. Like literally.
but he
less than
doesn't
a
want
drop
to
in the
spend it,
bucket.
but it's
It's a
like,
drop in the ocean. Sorry.
Yeah,
not a
and it's
bucket.
like-
it's not a bucket. But he's still like, "Ugh," and it's like, I get that though.
Yeah.
I'd probably still be the same way,
it would be hard.
which shows like your intelligence with things.
yeah,
Right? You're like,
It'd be
oh,
hard.
really? Am I fucking? I have to do this 3 times this week?
yeah. It's like I
God
just,
damn it, dude! That's half a fucking $1 million. Well,
yeah, and then meanwhile,
it doesn't fucking matter
yeah, like
because those are all expenses for business technically,
Yeah.
and not like just personal expenditures.
yeah, he still doesn't want to spend it, which is wild.
I know.
That goes to show though, like how dedicated
Exactly.
he is.
He has that intelligence of understanding every step of spending every dollar that he spends or making every dollar that he makes. He gets it.
And
He
actually, I
fucking-
think I've talked about this on one of the real early podcasts.
Ooh,
Is when
interesting. Very interesting.
since we'll go on Hormozy, and then I have quite a few other like just one-liner
we gotta
things.
get going here.
No, these are
I don't mean leave. I meant like
yeah.
fucking crank him.
Where like his wife, because he really doesn't care about the spending money because he knows he'll never run out. He's like, I live my life. I'm not going to spend money to show that I have money.
No, he just spends it how he wants to.
Yeah.
When he chooses.
He's
to.
like, I'm not going to buy a yacht because I can.
Which
It's fair enough.
Any logical person should think that way.
Yeah, but then you'll give some random guy $100 million. He has to go spend 50 on houses.
Yeah.
Like that guy that won the Powerball. He
I
bought his
don't
mom
hate
a house. He bought
I
him
hate
a.
it. I
He's
hate
like,
it.
you get a
I
house,
hate
you get a mansion, you get a
You know
mansion.
what I would do? I like, let's say 100 million, right?
Yeah.
I would take fucking 90 million of that, invest,
Yeah,
and then 10 mil of that,
I'm having fun.
light it on fire however you choose.
Yeah.
You know, yes, maybe I'll buy my parents a house.
Yeah.
And I would probably. I'll buy them a house.
But are you buying them a $5 million mansion? Like,
No,
no.
it's going to be a nice ass house that's 750 grand. Okay? And they're going to be like, this is too much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be like, suck it up. There's a maid.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Like, she's paid for
No,
it.
but then there's people who are like, I have $100 million. I can spend $100 million. No.
Right? And that's like, it's been instilled in me. Like, if I don't gamble. I don't fucking play the lottery either because I just don't believe in it. Believe whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like, I've worked at the casino. I've seen how shit works. And like, I have an understanding of it's not worth it. No, you never win. Like, oh, I won.
Unless
you
you're
never
Dana
win.
White.
Like, sure. But that's also like a game of numbers almost,
Yeah.
where he has so much money that he can basically force the house to win.
Yeah.
Like, he wins. You
Um,
know? But fuck, I lost my train of thought there.
That's okay.
Whatever.
But yeah. So back on. So it was Graham Stephan, Layla. No, it was Graham Stephan and Hormozy talking. And Graham Stephan at one point on the Iced Coffee Hours, the podcast, if you want to go watch it.
I have the
He asks him something about like spending like so you don't spend like because he always has like cheap shirts, cheap whatever. Like
Sure.
he's like because I don't care about that stuff. He's like I could have my entire wardrobe in my nightstand closet or in my nightstand.
Yep.
He's like, and I'd be fine with that. And then he's like, so how do you feel about like spending money or whatnot with regards to his wife? And he's like, she can spend whatever she wants.
Yeah.
And because it was talking about like being cheap and whatnot, and like he's like, oh, like, and so casually too. He's like, oh yeah, Layla will spend like $50,000 on a purse like all the time.
Sure.
And like go to Fashion Week and spend $100 grand.
Whatever.
And it's like that's what she likes.
Yep.
And he's like, I let her. She can buy whatever she wants.
Yes.
He's like 50,000. I think he got a little. He's like $50,000 is.
It's nothing, man. Yeah, exactly.
And
everyone's like,
because like I think Graham Stephan I think when he was on the Dave Ramsey podcast, he disclosed roughly how much he's worth. It's like 10 million, 12 million.
sure, and that's respectable.
Very respectable.
Absolutely, good for you.
But like he couldn't spend 50,000 on a purse.
No, he couldn't.
He's not.
No, that'd be being dumb. Yeah, absolutely.
But like Hormozy, where he's got 250 million.
And you said he's worth 10 or 15 million dollars.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. Hormozy's companies are probably closer to a B. Whereas
So that's just his companies. Like what he makes a month is totally.
Yeah, so it's like $50,000 a month for him is like you
just
going and buying a new shirt.
Yep.
So he's like,
I got a new pair of kicks today.
he's like, Layla can buy whatever he wants.
I went to Sport Check, got myself some nice new Nikes.
Yeah. Meanwhile, she's shopping at Hermes.
Yes.
For her 4th purse of the week. Just cause.
I'm doing like a money wire or something. I don't fucking know how that shit works.
I don't know. I bet they can just tap it. Like,
Probably.
I would love. Actually, I am curious how that works.
Yes, I've always been
Do you
curious.
write a check? You can't write a check for that. You'd have to get a cashier's check.
You'd have to.
It must just be like wire it.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
That's a great question.
Phone number. Your guy calls a guy and they call a guy. I don't know.
I know my bank. If they seen 50,000, they'd call
Like,
me.
what in the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And you'd be like,
Oh,
I'm
dumb.
dumb. Or you'd be like, I didn't spend 50K. And be like, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
You'd be like, fuck.
But it's a great question. Actually,
Anytime you spent in that kind of a range of money, it's been with the bank.
Yeah.
They've been notified.
yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I should have asked a guy that I met in Cuba because he said he was hanging out with a few of his buddies. I forget where they were, and they rented a yacht, and it was like $70,000 on like because you can rent them from Uber. I would love to know how that works. I should have asked him. I would.
Credit card? You know, there's $500,000 credit cards.
Well, there's Amex, which is infinite.
Yeah.
In theory.
Yeah. Based on,
Yeah. Obviously, like you need to show that you can pay it.
Of course. But yeah, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe Amex. Maybe that's why it's so popular in that crowd. Like they can just do whatever they want and then pay it off how they need to. You know what I mean?
I should have asked them.
Whatever. Like, damn it. I kind of want you to ask somehow. Like, ask somebody. I don't know anybody who fucking...
Because, like, I understand, like, is with business transactions, that's one thing.
It's a totally different thing. It's not
but,
the same.
like...
But just frivolous, like, not... Is it frivolous? I fucking have to look.
I don't know.
But, like, just...
To go into...
Fund expenditures? Like...
Yeah.
How does that work? Yeah.
Like, can a credit card process that?
I've always been curious. I've genuinely always been curious.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Never really thought of it?
Never really had the chance to ask somebody either.
Yeah.
Never had somebody come up to me and be like, hey, I spent this on this.
Like when you see them
go...
go...
like, how?
Yeah, like
I'm not questioning that you have the money. How did you do it?
Like when you go into like, say, guys buy like $100,000 or like $500,000 APs.
Okay.
How do you pay for it?
Yeah. Like I would assume, like, let's say you going to buy like a Lamborghini and you want to pay cash. I'm assuming that's a wire. Like that one. Pretty easy to figure out, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at a retail store.
Exactly.
Like, I understand with like houses, businesses,
sure,
like cars, planes.
Sure.
I get that. It's a wire transfer.
Yeah, absolutely. Most secure, yeah.
But like if I'm going in and
just spending it on like a bag or a jacket that's $40,000 or $20,000 or...
I guess in theory, I guess there wouldn't be a cap on credit. Maybe we just sound retarded.
I think we're sounding
ill-informed,
out of rich touch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Maybe actually,
I don't know. Fuck all.
I guess maybe a credit card just doesn't have a max.
Maybe like depending, like we said.
Yeah.
Maybe if you can prove, and they're like, hey, you have a $800,000 limit.
Yeah.
No. Whatever.
Imagine typing in your PIN for that.
Nope.
One day
I'd want like a 12-digit PIN. Fuck that. And a guy that I have to call to get the PIN.
I wonder if you have to,
I don't know.
like, and also, could you set it up so they're just used to that, or do they always call you, or do you have to call the bank and be like, "Hey, I'm going to buy this," so that they know? Great question.
Fuck, these are awesome questions.
I would need to somehow find. I need to find someone that spends $50,000 on the reg.
And who knows? Maybe it's just information we don't get till we can get there.
Maybe I don't know.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe you just have a guy where it's like, yo, I don't know.
You're my money guy.
Yeah.
In every sense of the term. Hey man, do you have anything that you want to like really get out there?
What?
Do you have anything that you really want to get out there?
What, like on this? Oh yeah. This one from Iman Ghatzi. It was kind of like you could kind of see him. His assistant asked him, he's like, what's your biggest regret? And he's like, honestly, he's like, I'm curious if I'm living correctly.
Interesting.
Because I don't know what he's worth, but like, and because his net worth is so weird and the way he makes money is weird in a way.
Sure.
Like it's one of those things where you don't know. He could be,
Yep.
He's clearly worth money, but you don't know how much.
Yeah.
Some people say like 50 million. We'll use
Could
that.
be a milli, could be 100 milli. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anything in between.
So, but he's like, and he's also really young. So he's like, his thing is, he's like, I grew up really quick and I made a lot of money really young. He's like, am I living correctly? And he's got like a bunch of employees and people to take care of you, which definitely weighs on him. You can see sometimes when he talks, because he's directly.
How old is he? Do you know?
Like 23 or 24.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
You got to think people's livelihoods are dependent on him.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
It's a big.
It weighs on you.
You do, and being that young, that's a lot of weight.
Because if you don't perform, what if you don't have the money to pay? Like
you ruin lives.
And he's like, or should I just sell everything and move to Thailand and just
live my life?
He's like, he's in that because he's so young and has so much money. Because he could easily just
fall off the face of the earth.
Yeah, and I think in a podcast he has said at one point you'll see all of a sudden he'll just stop posting and
that's when you'll know where he is.
Yeah, he's done.
He's gone.
And I think that's always been his goal, is of one day just.
You know what? Cool, man. I support it.
And like he's the like he'll make say his 100 mil, his bill, whatever his number is.
Yeah, sure.
And he's like,
quits.
I'll just be gone.
Bye.
There will be no, I'm leaving YouTube. It'll just be no more posts.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Respectable. That's super cool. In a way, that's super cool. And you know what? Guess what? He doesn't know anybody fucking anything. And I don't mean anybody as in the people who he employs, because he does owe them something.
Yeah.
But I mean us. Us who just watches him. Us who just absorbs his information. We owe him literally fucking nothing. Or he owes us nothing.
No, 100%.
Right? So he doesn't owe us, I'm departing. Bye,
yeah, no.
You know.
He's like, I'll just be gone.
Do as you please.
Because he even said it's like corny how they'll like people will be like, I'm leaving YouTube, and then in a year they're back. And
and it's like, just don't.
He's like, no, if I leave, I'm gone.
And then if he is back, great. He didn't leave it on a note where, you're like, it'll be a surprise.
Yeah.
It'll be like, holy shit, yo.
Wait, what?
Iman video. Yeah, exactly.
Did he run out of money?
Yeah, like who knows, right? Yeah.
He's back.
Yes.
He got bored.
Yes.
I liked this one. It was Jocko Willink, yeah, talking in like an interview.
Of course.
And it's
as one does.
More discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you'll have.
Of course.
Which is so true.
It's almost like a cheat code.
Because if
you have less to think about too.
Well, if you're disciplined with your money, it gives you freedom in like future. If you're disciplined with your workouts, he made a lot of good points.
Gains. It's basically investing in yourself now so that you have the results later.
Yeah. And also the whole like motivation's fleeting, discipline.
Yeah. That's my big one. Motivation is fleeting, discipline is forever.
This guy, I see him every once in a while. I don't know his name, so I'm not even going to pretend.
Here.
I'm cramming. We got what's the rush? It's a podcast.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm hungry.
I'm starving.
Hell.
I don't know if you noticed, about 20 minutes ago, I was really rough.
I'm shaking a bit.
Oh, dude, no. I had to take the Zen out because I was actually getting Nick sick.
Oh, my God.
Mid-pod, I was getting Nick sick. I started sweating. I almost had to stop it.
Guys, tell him in the comments that he's got to, like, grow up or something with the nicotine.
Dude, I'm not even kidding. There was a good period there where I was thinking about taking a break.
Ooh, taking a break,
now.
Guys. He's taking big steps, boys. And ladies. That's all there is.
From this guy, he does like triathlons. He's a business guy and whatnot. Is this his philosophy? Is this going to make me better? If not, he gets rid of it. Is it going to make my life and the people around me better? Yeah. If not, get rid of it.
Yeah.
And I've kind of been doing that.
Sure.
Like if it doesn't make me better or doesn't contribute, especially I've been doing it with people.
Yeah.
I've cut a lot of people out.
No, it's people that yeah.
Like a lot. And like certain like dumb activities.
No, it feels good.
It is nice.
It feels good, man.
Like,
it really does.
And that's actually when at the gym when I was like, all these people started reaching out, and it's like,
I'm with you.
And even actually,
why?
Someone said with one of the girls I'm talking to, it's like I'm kind of not feeling it, so I might end it. They're like, "Oh, well, you could be friends." I'm like, "No, I have enough friends." That's not what I'm really.
Yeah, like
I don't. It's like kind of I would just rather not talk to them. And that goes for guys and girls. It's like
absolutely, it has nothing.
I don't want to keep them at like arm's length. It's like rather just not have them because
I don't care that much. And it's not that I don't care out of hatred or out of a bitterness. It's just like we talked about, honestly, right at the beginning of the pod. We have so much bandwidth, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I only have so much time to invest, and I like a few people, and I like to invest a bit of time with them. But beyond that, fuck, dude. Like, I need to spend time on me.
Over the last year, and definitely over the last, like, 2 to 3 months, I have been so much more comfortable not having anyone around.
Yeah.
And not even, like, as in, like, it's just been, like, a realization that it is better for productivity.
Kind of suffered when I first met you from girlfriend syndrome kind of thing. Where you were kind
codependency.
Perpetual relationship.
Yeah. But now, like, with all these people, like, reaching out, it's like, I have my few friends, and, like, that's enough.
Absolutely.
I don't need a ton of people in my life. Club. I don't need... No.
This has been my life for a long time, and it, honestly, I would say... part of it is contributing to the fact of how we became friends. Because at the time, I still only had a few friends.
Yeah.
I was good. And you, like, kind of circling into my life. I was like, fuck am I doing? It's like, I don't need another guy. It's like,
but now I became the guy.
You're the guy.
You're really... number one. I'm really good at just weaseling my way in to people's lives and then very quickly working up the ranks. Yeah. I don't know what it is.
It's good. I do the kind of the same.
It's incredible.
And I'm not saying this seriously necessarily, but we become people's centers of their world for some reason. Like, it's just like,
it must be the charisma. I don't know. But
very charismatic.
And I've also noticed...
Like, I'm pretty chill right now, but like...
I've also noticed when I start talking to someone, things move very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, it goes from, hey, how's it going?
Talking about fucking, like,
no, I'm meeting your
relationship with your mother and fucking...
I was just going to say, it's like, I met you and now I'm meeting your parents.
Yeah,
what?
Exactly. And it has nothing to do with, like, that. Just...
Oh, I meant, like...
I'm now in the circle.
Oh, I meant, like, even as far as, like, guys.
That's what I was talking about.
Not even, like, the...
No, that's what I was implying. Now I'm just part of this relationship family tree.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow.
Well, you did it with my family.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yep.
Like
100%.
You met the grandparents, parents,
hey,
uncle.
I'm fucking here now. Get used to it.
And every once in a while, my grandmother would be like, "Oh, how's Simon?"
Yeah.
I'm like,
it was really funny. Wait, the ones with where you park the Sea-Doos, right?
Those are my only grandparents.
Okay. I don't know, man. I've got a set of grandparents and then one grandma on one side that.
No, I've got the one set.
Yeah. That was really funny though, that conversation. Like, we sat there. I sat there and talked to them for so long that you guys came back from your Sea-Doo ride. Like, it was wild. Your grandfather was so funny with the whole Subaru emblem bullshit. That was so funny. He was just grilling me. I was like, oh, what's going on here?
I like this one from Chris Williams. He said it in multiple of his podcasts. It was an edit I've seen of him, like, talking, and he's quoting someone. And I actually meant to write it down, but I didn't.
Very cool.
I'm going to start doing that. You know what? Keep me accountable. Start making me write down these people's names.
Very done. Very well done.
Because I'm very bad at it.
Good job.
Appreciate you. It was the essence of an attractive man. And it was actually, like, I actually like the answer because it's not like looks and this and money and whatnot.
Not just that, yeah.
Is he comfortable in his own skin?
Confidence.
Does he know where he's going? And he's having a fun time going there.
There we go. Good.
And he said this in the Hormozy podcast, and his reaction was so good.
Hormozy's?
Yeah, because Chris Williams was saying it, and he looks at him. He had nothing to say. He was just like,
yeah, that's it.
And, well, look at Hormozy. Very comfortable in his own skin.
And he's just having a great time.
He has a very clear vision, and he is living his best life.
Yeah.
It is incredible.
The life he wants to live. The life he wants to live.
And I would say I'm pretty well on that track.
I'm on the track too. Yeah.
I'm not there.
No.
My life isn't exactly how I want it.
That's also what gets us there. Is the way that we're feeling about that.
But like,
never satisfied.
Actually, quite recently,
to some detriment
like at night usually do a little meditation type talk.
Keep thoughts
and
flowing.
Like trying to craft like a clear vision of where I want to go, because you need a vision to know how to get there.
You got to see the path.
And like and it's actually helped quite a bit because I can see the vision where I want to go, and now the journey is so much nicer.
I can see
it.
There's a map in my head.
And we can talk about this
I can
after
see each
too.
piece. You know what I mean?
This is in depth because I'm kind of curious where you see your future self and then where I am. We'll talk about it after because I don't quite want to get into it fully.
No, also, yeah.
And also time
it'd
constraint.
It'd be a long one.
And like, yeah. This is another good one. No one is coming for you.
No, yeah.
No one's gonna get you to do the diet. No one's gonna tell you to apply for the job. No one's gonna start the business for you.
Like today, for example, today talking to Mike, I was like, "Hey man, are you still here for a while?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm here." And I was like, "I'd like to start talking about coaching, whatever." And he's like, "Okay." And I could hear it in his voice where it was just like,
"Yeah,
when?"
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I was like, "Hey, either tomorrow or the next day, I'm coming to have a chat." And I told him that. And now it's up to me to follow through.
Well, because that's the thing, because he's not going to be like, yeah, you should start.
Yeah,
you
should chase me. No,
because like a lot of people have that where they're so reliant on, say, their parents. It's like, or like dependent on someone to. A lot of people have the problem where it's their girlfriend.
Yeah,
where it's like, are you gonna apply for a job?
Yeah,
you haven't had a job in 6 months.
Yeah,
you gotta. You want to start this? Go do it.
Yeah,
because nobody's. What is it? You become a man when you realize no one's coming to save you.
Absolutely.
Great quote.
Everything's
very
on
factual.
You, man. Everything's on you. Everything's on you. Okay, man.
I think that's it.
All right. I was gonna say, you're just reading the list now.
No, that was pretty much it. The only other one is Hormozy.
A lot of Hormozy today. God damn
I know.
It.
Well, Hormozy, Chris Williams. There was some Jocko Williams.
I know, but it's almost sounding okay. I'm just saying, but it almost sounds like we're just like a parroting fucking podcast.
I know. The problem is because there's so many times where I'll see it from someone else or the source.
I get it.
And the Hormozy ones just stick in my head.
I think what we got to do is we can't be like, hey, Hormozy this.
I know.
Hormozy that. Hormozy this. Chris Williams this.
I know.
I
gotta find the source.
Not even just that. We have to summarize it kind of in our own way.
Yeah.
And be like, I have these sources from this guy, this guy, this guy. And then just talk about it.
I'll get more sources.
That's what I mean. I'm not saying I'm shitting on you, but I'm just saying I think we're almost sounding like we're just
100%. Because I've seen this from multiple people.
Yeah.
But it's right now is the easiest time because people are so soft.
No, of course.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
Even look at so many people.
Baby shit.
Look at even in the gym.
Fucking Templi.
Like so many people are so soft when it comes. Yeah. Like look at the guys you work with.
Yeah.
You know how many guys where they're like,
oh my God,
talk about the gym, and I'm like,
dude, just
go to the gym.
Go.
I don't have time.
Yeah. Or I'm not that kind of guy, and I'm like, then you'll never be fucking healthy. I don't really care that you do this diet or that diet.
Oh, when the guys at work talk about the diet.
I'm like,
actually, I had one, and
clean, processed, and fucking work out.
Mike asked me, and I'll tell you about it. We like he was asking about the business and whatnot. And there's a few roofs coming up that I have to do, and I'll message you if you're off.
Yeah.
But one of the guys I just recently did a roof for, he ordered us like pizzas and stuff, and I'm like, I'm on a diet, like I'm trying to cut, and he's like, looks at me and he's like, dude, you're in shape. Like what? And I'm like, and actually my dad came in my defense. He's like, actually right now he's fat for what he normally is. He doesn't have a 6-pack. And the guy was just like mind shift was just like,
yeah, he didn't understand. He doesn't process. Most people don't process shit like that.
It's like
I don't get
out of shape.
I've had little like friends of mine that are pretty good friends. They're like, oh, you look healthy right now. I'm like, so what? I was like, maybe to your untrained eye, but I don't feel like that. I feel unfit and out of shape and so on and so forth. In my humble opinion,
it's body dysmorphia.
Maybe,
start.
Yeah, it's a good, but also I personally think that I've been slacking for 3 months. And that's how I feel.
See, I've been feeling really good because I've been fucking back on it.
I don't know what's going on, but
it happens.
And it does, but that's also where I'm like, hey, maybe this coaching thing will
it'll definitely
give me a new fire to like, hey, fuck, all right. I almost have some accountability here.
You have accountability, and you almost like will be owing it to Mike for 100%. His work to be paying
100%,
off.
100%.
And with the body dysmorphia, actually, when I was talking with a girl at the gym there, because she just finished her competition and whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
She's like bulking back up, and I'm
Crushed
like,
it.
body dysmorphia is yeah, she came first. She did really well.
So good, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, body dysmorphia is crazy. And then obese, saying like doing more cardio so that you can eat more, and I'm like, that's like one step above like bulimia.
Yeah.
Doing cardio so that you can eat more,
Or one step below.
Yeah.
One step below. Yeah, I know.
What
What you mean. I know what you mean.
I'm like, it's
Yeah.
that is the one
Yeah.
thing with working out, and especially once you get into competitive anything.
Toxic.
If you get into competitive bodybuilding, powerlifting,
Yep.
any martial
Name
arts,
it athletics of some kind that requires you to have a certain body weight,
or look,
composition, whatever,
it gets real toxic.
real fast.
On that note, I think that's it.
On that note.
On that note.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna work on the whole being other podcasts. We got to be our.
Yeah. Ah.
It's okay. Like, I think it's good, man.
I mean, actually, to be fair, and I'm going to defend myself real quick.
Yeah, that's okay.
Do you watch Chris Williams? Okay.
Occasionally, yeah.
How many times does he reference like Andy Frisella or Andrew Huberman? Or he does. In my defense, I think
agree.
every podcast he throws both of their names
That's
out.
fine. That's fine. But I also, like, he has a fuckload more credibility of his own. You know what
Okay.
I mean?
But I will say he dick rides hard with a few people.
Okay. All right. Fair.
In my defense.
Maybe it's just my perception of I don't really want to be that kind.
100% fair.
Perhaps.
I'm just defending
This might
myself.
also be something like we just talked about
Yeah,
after.
I'm defending myself. That's all.
okay.
On that
And I
note,
didn't say I was shitting on you. Fuck.
it was a pretty good one.
Love you.
Fuck you too.
All right.
Peace out.
Peace out. Twin City Peaks. Like, comment, subscribe. Until next time.